Waldo Politics is now live. Streaming just chatting, the news is just weird **x stuff now. I'm sorry.
Root. Just to let you
Getting started soon. Hop into chat to tell me how you are feeling. Go to the Discord to post memes. Discord. LOL, there's a new one again? Man, World Wars are like Half-Life games, the third one gets teased once per year but never actually happens. Also has the number 3. Amazing. There is something there. Gabe Newell can't count to 3. Neither can World War.
Oh, hi. How you doing? My name is Waldo, and I'm here to feel the politics with you. How is everybody today? I am doing great, thank you. It is nice and foggy and cloudy outside, and I'm happy. It's so nice. I can see, like, moisture floating through the air, and I just love
Hi,
it. It's
Waldo.
great. Hi, Valor. How are you?
27 wave.
I'm glad you're here. Thanks for coming. What the hell are we doing today? Okay, it's Saturday, so I got a bunch of links to look at, a bunch of news stories to talk about, and then we'll feel the politics together. If you want to be involved, you can hop into chat. The lovely Lady Robot will read this stuff out loud if you are in Twitch chat.
Robot.
But not YouTube chat, because YouTube chat doesn't work with this robot, and I don't know why. Robot doesn't work on YouTube chat. But it does on Twitch, so if you want to be involved, hop in, tell me what you're thinking, tell me what you're feeling. Going over to the Discord, which is right up here. There it is. You can leave memes, you can leave funny photos. And if I like the memes and the funny photos, we put them on the start screen. Here's the start screen. It's got lots of funny photos. So if you want to make a meme, go on over there and put some stuff. It'll be a good time. Then you can go into the Discord and argue with people and debate people. It's a whole thing. It's a great time. So yeah, World War III. Again, it's that time of year again. It's not even a time of year. It's just a weekly, maybe even bi-weekly occurrence. Every couple of weeks we get another World War III. So let's look at the latest World War III. There have been many, many World War IIIs that have spun up over the past couple of weeks. And this one is because Trump ordered nuclear submarines moved after Russian provocative statements. Ooh, wonder what that means. Trump says he's responding to Medvedev, who isn't even in charge. He's like second in charge or something. Trump and Medvedev have traded taunts in recent days. Arms control advocates call remarks irresponsible. On whose part? They're both shitheads, so it could be either one. U.S. President Donald Trump on Friday said he would order two nuclear...
This time it's personal.
This time it's personal. World War III, the return of Jafar. We need a cool nickname to it, a cool tagline after it. To world, to war. No, that doesn't work. No, that doesn't work. We'll keep working on the subtitle. Submarines to be positioned in appropriate regions in response to remarks from former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev about the risk of war between the nuclear armed adversaries. The world and the warriors. World War III, the world and the warriors. Warriors of the world. I don't know, maybe. Security analysts call Trump's move a rhetorical escalation. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, like Too Fast, Too Furious, but that doesn't work because we're using the number 3. So World 3, World War 3, 3 worlds. A war of 3 worlds.
2 milsim baiting.
Yeah.
True.
The United States already has a nuclear-powered submarine that are deployed and capable of striking Russia. Medvedev on Thursday said Trump should remember that Moscow possessed Soviet-era nuclear strike capabilities of last resort, and Trump had told Medvedev to watch his words. Oh no, the girls are fighting. Ladies, you're both pretty, okay? Just calm down. Based on the highly provocative statements from the former president of Russia, Dmitry Medvedev, I have ordered 2 nuclear submarines to be positioned in the appropriate regions, just in case these foolish and inflammatory statements are more than just that. He added, words are very important and can often lead to unintended consequences. I hope this will not be one of those instances. Like, dude spouts off bullshit all day, every day, but then tells you that words are very important.
Love how the right wing is and always will be too proud and too invested in being the winner to do diplomacy.
Right, they have to win. And that means you can't do diplomacy because diplomacy requires working together to come to some sort of shared agreement. They can't have that. They must win. But if this guy feels like he must win...
World 3, Rebirth, Total Annihilation, Snyder Cut.
Okay, I'm on board. World War III, Rebirth. Unleashed or Unchained. I think that was on from video games. You had a lot of video games that were Unleashed or Unchained or something like that. World War III Unleashed. Asked later by reporters why he ordered the submarine movement, Trump said, "A threat was made by a former president of Russia, and we're going to protect our people." How does starting a fucking nuclear war protect your people, Donnie? It doesn't. U.S. Navy and the Pentagon declined to comment about Trump's remarks on whether submarines had been moved. They may not have even done it.
3. Dream drop distance.
Ooh, yeah. Now, see, for we can't do World War III because we haven't done World War II Dream Drop Distance and World War II .5 and World War II. What else? What other shitty Kingdom Hearts titles did they have? They had a list of Kingdom Hearts games.
Protect
Hang on.
our people by bombing someone else's people. We're missing out on WW1.5.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. 1.5. Now I'm obsessed with the Kingdom Hearts games because I hate them so much.
Birth by sleep. For some reason.
Right. Now I'm looking up a list of them so that I can find them. What do we got? Oh, yeah, there we go. World War II. 358/2 days. World War II, Chain of Memories. I like that. Or World War III, Chain of Memories. World War III, Birth by Sleep, Dream Drop Distance. Yeah, I think that's all of them. I think we got them all. Final Mix. World War III, Final Mix. That's a good one. I like that. The point I'm trying to make here, and the very important thing that I'm trying to convey to you, is that Kingdom Hearts is shit. Okay, that's been the entire point of all of my streams. Every political point I've ever tried to make, every time I complain about Donald Trump lying to you, it has led to this one truth.
Fuel of 10 OTED. Kingdom
Hearts is shit. Always has been, always will be. Yeah, I know you liked it, and we were all very excited. We were all very excited when it came out. We got to see Aerith alive again. We were all very excited. Titus and Waka were there.
Because it's rip-off of the OG.
And we were all very excited about the first one. I played it and was like, oh my God, this is great. And then I went to game FAQs to discuss the story because I didn't get it. Didn't make any sense. Mickey Mouse showed up and said Kingdom Hearts is light, and I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. And so I go to the Game FAQs website to try and figure it out. And all these people are telling me about the story and how great it is. And it wasn't. It was nonsense. It was horseshit. Why were they on Game Facts trying to sort out the story and put it all in line? Because it was a mess. It was just raw sewage. And they're trying to put it into some sort of shape. And it wasn't. You can't shape it. It's just shit. And then I moved on. And a lot of us didn't. And if you didn't, I apologize. I feel bad for you. But maybe this can wake you up. Kingdom Hearts is shit. Okay, what? Back on track, Waldo. Back on track. You got a political thing to do. The algorithm.
Not nonsense. More like up to interpretation 3.
Up to interpretation in quotation marks. I'm glad you had the up to interpretation. Well, I interpret it to be nonsense. And this is the hill I'll die on. This is the controversial stance.
My wife loves Kingdom Hearts, but I'm a weirdo whose fav Final Fantasy is 8. Gunblades are dope.
And that is a stance you can have. I would dare her to tell me what the plot is for Kingdom Hearts, because I don't think it has one. If you ask someone what the plot is, they will just ramble. If they're a fan, they'll just ramble for the next 4, maybe 5 hours. And you're like, okay, well, this is a mess. The YouTube algorithm is going to hate me for not sticking to what I'm supposed to stick to. I'm supposed to be a politics streamer, you guys. And Dream Drop Distance is very political. Gunblades, highly political. I'm calling right now on Gunblade regulation.
I like Goofy, I guess.
I'm calling on gunblade regulation from the Senate. It needs to pass right now. We need regulation on gunblades. Okay, the people are suffering. I mean, just last week we had another gunblade related mass casualty event, and I'm tired of it. Okay. This stream is already off the rails, and it's only been 10 minutes. I'm so happy. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad you're here with me. So the military might not have even moved these things. They didn't tell us that it has been moved, and they might be right.
They'd put regulations on chocobos, big hair, and doors before they regulate anything with gun in it.
You're absolutely right. It's not the gunblades don't kill people. Chocobos kill people. Everyone knows this. Have you seen Cloud Strife's hair? I mean, he clearly has mental problems. Okay. I mean, have you talked to him? Have you watched any media with Cloud Strife in it? He doesn't even know who he is. His brain is broken. Okay. The severe mental problems that he has, don't ask where he got them, it's from the government, has caused him to be a violent terrorist, and that is the actual problem.
Decriminalize Gishel Greens.
Legalize the Geishel Greens. Legalize it, the greens. You got to legalize that shit. Okay. 2/3 of the country use Geishel Greens regularly. Okay. Why is it illegal in Texas? Why does it get you sent to prison in Texas, but I have a whole bunch of them in my house? Doesn't make any sense.
I have the constitutional right to own giant swords that shoot magic bullets.
Right, you do. I know. And the Second Amendment protects those things. And that's why I'm on board for it. I hope that this is somebody's first stream. I really do. I hope somebody's tuning in for the very first time. Statistically unlikely, but it's possible, I suppose.
LOL.
Okay, I'm going to read some more news. You guys keep memeing it up, though, because the news is boring and dumb. Trump, so the military might not have even moved anything. They would never tell you if they did, but they're always within range anyway, so it doesn't matter. Also, they don't just move because Trump tells them to. They kind of do, but they kind of don't. Trump's comments came at the time of mounting tension between Washington and Moscow as Trump grows frustrated with what he sees as Vladimir Putin's failure to negotiate the end to his more than 3-year-old invasion of Ukraine. Because remember when Donnie told us that he would just make a deal and it would be so easy? He'd do it on day one and we'd all be shocked at how fast and simple it is to make a deal. Hasn't happened. We're 7 months in and it ain't happened yet. Why hasn't it happened? Because he's a liar. Because he's full of shit. When he says make a deal, he just means extortion. He will force someone to do a thing that they don't want to do because he has more power than them. And then he calls it a deal. He will just force Ukraine to lose and Russia to be allowed to take the land that they've taken. Call it a deal. It's not a deal, boss. That's what's the word when you give up? That's retreat negotiations. That's what's the fucking word? I hate words, man. I really do. Surrender negotiations is what it is. Surrender negotiation. That's what Donnie is talking about. Surrender negotiation. He's talking about surrender negotiations. When you surrender, you negotiate. That's what he means by a deal. When Donnie tells you he's going to do a deal, he's talking about surrender negotiations. Capitulation, yeah, but specifically in war, you surrender. So that was the word I was trying to get to, but I suck at words, and I'm bad at my job. I'm glad you guys don't pay me for this. I mean, I do not deserve any money for it. He cannot specify what he means by nuclear submarines. U.S. military submarines are nuclear powered and can be armed with nuclear tipped missiles, although not all are. So Donnie's just talking shit. This isn't the real world war. This is just shit talking. Doesn't make any difference. He's not doing anything. And the military just doesn't really listen to him anyway, I think. I suspect the generals are like, yeah, we're going to do what we want, Donnie. And you're going to fucking jibber jabber all day long and it doesn't matter. But this is Donald Trump's political theory. This is how he does negotiation, by the madman theory. The madman theory is a political theory commonly associated with foreign policy of U.S. President Richard Nixon and his administration, who tried to make the leaders of hostile communist bloc countries think Nixon was irrational and volatile. He was, so that they would avoid provoking the U.S. in fear of an unpredictable response. The premise of madman theory is that it makes seemingly non-credible threats seem credible, like moving nuclear subs into your area. For instance, in an era of mutually assured destruction, threats by a rational leader to escalate a dispute may seem suicidal and thus easily dismissible by adversaries. However, a leader's suicidal threats may be credible
Nixon,
if the credit
successful and well-remembered president.
Yeah, such a nice guy. Everybody loves him. Never had anything wrong. We should totally do what he does. However, a leader's suicidal threats may seem credible if the leader is believed to be irrational. So being a crazy person means that you can't be trusted to do the intelligent thing, which means we can't, since our enemies can't predict you, they'll back down somehow. International relations scholars have been skeptical of madman theory. Imagine that. As a strategy for success in coercive bargaining, prominent madmen such as Nixon, Khrushchev, Saddam Hussein, Donald Trump, they mentioned him, and Muammar Gaddafi failed to win coercive disputes. One difficulty is making others believe you are genuinely a madman. Another difficulty is the inability of the madman to assure others that they will not be punished even if they yield to a particular demand. One study found that madman theory is frequently counterproductive. Counterproductive? Donald Trump? Counterproductive? No. Say it ain't so. But there can be ineffective under certain conditions. Another study found that there are both bargaining advantages and disadvantages to perceived madness. So when he acts like a goddamn lunatic, that's what the right told us during the administration, that during the campaigns, the right keeps telling us that we can't have soft liberals, weak-kneed liberals running the country because everybody will run all over us. What you need is a goddamn lunatic. What you need is someone who's off their fucking rocker all the time.
It is kind of how Putin has operated TBF, killing generals and threatening nukes all the time and such.
Well, I don't think that's madman. I think that's authoritarian. He's not doing things that can't be predicted. If you piss Putin off, he will kill you. Don't do things to piss him off. If you mess with his money, if you say anything bad about him, if you point out how he keeps cheating and stealing from other people, you die. There's not madman there. It's not a madman. It's not random internet bullshit sets him off on a random fucking course. It's not derailed like talking about Kingdom Hearts would be. See how I got madman theory all over the place in here? I just went off on a tangent that you didn't see coming. And then we had to joke and goof around about Geishel greens for a few minutes. That's madman theory.
Right. Strongman rather than unpredictable.
Putin is strongman, not unpredictable. Donald Trump is unpredictable because he's chaos. He's a crazy person. And you don't know what's going to set him off. You don't know what his intentions are, partially because he's a liar all the time, and partially he doesn't know where he is. He doesn't know what day it is. He doesn't know what planet he's on. He just knows instinctually what's good for him and what's bad for him. And if it's bad for him, he attacks you randomly. And if it's good for him, he praises you randomly. Talks about how beautiful your lips are. You know, you're like, where the hell did that come from? What are you talking about? What is this? It doesn't make any sense. And because it doesn't make any sense, it's hard to fathom. And the right has been telling us that for years, that we can't have nice, soft liberals running things peacefully and logically. They will be predictable. And in their predictability, the enemy will harm us. No, man, that's how you lead to world peace. World peace is incredibly predictable. It's quite calm, chill, in fact. But world peace isn't winning over the enemy, because that's what the conservatives care about, winning over the enemy, harming them, taking from them, and preventing them from taking from us. We take all their stuff. They give us stuff and they suffer for our benefit. That is conservatism, man. That's their entire deal. So when Donald Trump says deal, that's what he means. He means we take from them and they get fucked. That's what it means. We steal from them and they eat it.
Unpopular opinion incoming. We should never have allowed Russia to invade Ukraine. Nuke threats be damned. I don't trust Trump to handle this though.
Well, there's no good way to stop it. The only way to stop that is to make it painful for them so that their government and their people stop accepting it. And we've made it as painful as we could without the actual starting of a nuclear war. Russia would drop a nuclear bomb on them if they could get away with it. We have to make it so that they can't get away with that. We have to make their ground game incredibly weak. That means supporting our ally and protecting them with non-nuclear weapons, with HIMAR missiles, with the javelins that were killing all their tanks, with the drones that are there. We need to be supporting Ukraine to prevent this kind of thing from happening. But Ukraine is a political football. The right wing hated Ukraine because of some shit that went down in 2007 and shit like that. So, and they use everything to their advantage. So when a Republican senator sees a thing happening in Ukraine, they say, how does this help me make more money? That's what the Republican senator says. There's a thing happening in the news. How does it make me more money? And how do I twist it? How do I bend it? How do I break it into making me more money? And then giving me more power. Then I use the power to make more money. Then I use the money to make more power and become a lich of some sort. I assume that's what their ultimate goal is. I don't know what the hell their ultimate goals are. I don't know if they have any. Maybe it's just power for power's sake, but maybe they have some sort of long-term plan. I mean, Mitch McConnell has all the power and all the money. And what's it getting him? He's still old. Still going to die very soon. Still got weird, gross, swollen hands. Has he got enough money to buy a phylactery? You know, has he gotten enough money to create the Horcruxes? I don't think he has. But he's still going to die. And then we can all celebrate when that happens. I hope it happens soon. What the hell am I talking about? Waldo, what the hell are you doing? Oh, okay. Donald Trump's domestic use of the military is set to get worse, leaked memos say.
Leaving the planet behind is the ultimate goal because they know it's fucked and likely are preparing for departure as we speak.
I don't think that... I know that is a common thing among people that, hey, let's build our breakaway society and live in the space station that orbits around the Earth or move to Mars or something like that. But it's so unfeasible right now. All the money in the world, and you still barely break Earth's orbit. And then, if you did spend all the money in the world, Jeff Bezos was out in space for 4 minutes or something stupid like that. And there's nobody richer than him. Elon has the rockets, but half of them fucking explode.
They don't realize that though XD they hope more than they know.
Yeah. And it is a hope more than knowledge. Yeah, I agree with you there. They can't actually do that. And if they did leave the Earth, you have 3 days worth of oxygen. All the air is here. You know? All of the stuff is here. All of the food is here. So I don't have much... I don't appreciate... not that I don't appreciate you saying it, but what I'm saying is that the tech bros, and I'm not claiming this is you, but I've talked to tech bros in the past. They know who they are. Talk about how we need to leave Earth. And I'm like, man, that's just dumb. That's a waste of your time. Make Earth better. If you can terraform Mars, you can terraform Earth.
It's not like XD.
If you can terraform Mars, you can terraform Earth. It's easier, in fact. You can breathe while you're doing it. You can have some cereal and terraform Earth. Yeah. You can watch YouTube and terraform Earth at the same time. You know? It's where all our stuff is. It's where all the people are. And then it would make the lives of all the humans better. See, wouldn't that be great? So, yeah, I don't cotton with the Mars talk. What the fuck was I talking about? Trump's domestic use of military set to get worse, leaked memo shows. So, a Department of Homeland Security memo obtained by TNR signals top-level discussions about a potential escalation of the Pentagon's domestic anti-immigration role and lays out new details. So, the best thing about Donald Trump's administration is that it leaks crazy. It is just full of leakers. It is pissing all over the place. President Donald Trump has already enmeshed in the United States military a domestic law enforcement operation involving immigration to an unprecedented degree. He has authorized a major military buildup at the border. He has maximized the use of military planes for deportations, complete with the White House pumping out imagery of migrants getting frog-marched into souped-up military aircraft. He sent the National Guard into Los Angeles amid large-scale protests and sent in the Marines, who didn't do anything and have left, by the way. Remember when the National Guard and the Marines went to Los Angeles? They didn't do anything. It was a giant waste of money. Republicans love giant wastes of money that don't do anything, that make them feel better. When a Democrat taxes the rich people and then spends it to feed poor people, that's a disgusting waste, according to the conservatives. But when the conservatives tax the poor people and use that to hurt other poor people, that's government efficiency. We call that efficiency on the Republican side. They take the tax money, they do nothing with it, they move the troops over there to make themselves feel better. The troops do nothing. They spend a bunch of money, they sleep on the floor, and then they go home. Nothing gets accomplished, nothing gets done, but the conservatives feel like something happened. They feel like Fox News told them that the troops were there and everything's great now. Nothing happened. They didn't do anything. You didn't accomplish any damn thing. And it cost a lot of money. Please stop, everybody, stop thinking that the conservatives are the fiscally responsible ones. They're not. That's insane. They've been lying to you, telling you that they are the fiscal conservatives are not fiscally conservative. They never have been. They're liars. And the news media could tell you this, but they don't want to tell you this. It's a fun narrative.
Waldop 3 Pika.
Tax and spend Democrats, fiscally responsible conservatives. It's nonsense. The Democrats waste money. It's the Democrats' debt. Horseshit. The media could fix this for you. They could explain this to the normies. They could explain this to people. They don't want to. Anywho, an internal memo circulated inside the Department of Homeland Security suggests that Trump's use of military for domestic law enforcement on immigration could soon get worse. The memo obtained by the New Republic provides a glimpse into the thinking of the top officials as they seek to involve the Department of Defense more deeply in these domestic operations. It has unnerved experts who believe it portends a frightening escalation. The memo lays out the need to persuade top Pentagon officials to get much more serious about using the military to combat illegal immigration, and not just the border. It suggests the DHS is anticipating many more uses of the military in urban centers, noting that LA-style operations may be needed for years to come. Hooray! And it likens the threat posed by transnational gangs and cartels as having Al-Qaeda or ISIS cells and fighters operating freely inside America. Where are these MS-13 monsters operating freely inside of America? The memo is alarming because it speaks to the intent to use the military within the United States at a level not seen since Japanese internment. The military is the most powerful coercive tool the country has. We don't want the military doing law enforcement. It absolutely undermines the rule of law. There are no more laws in the country. There is only one law, and that is make Donnie happy. That is the only law that exists any longer. The memo was authored by Philip Hegseth, a younger brother of Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. Oh, good. Pete Hegseth's little brother, the podcaster, is just writing memos that will send the military to your house. We are not run by intelligent people. We are run by morons, because morons voted for morons. I'm sorry. I'm tired of fucking around. I'm tired of goofing. Idiots believe the bullshit they're told, and then vote for idiots because it makes them feel good. Conservatives who voted for Donald Trump did it to feel good. The end. And now, no, not the end. They did it to feel better about their bullshit feelings. Fox News gave them feelings. They voted for Donald Trump for those feelings. And now Pete Hegseth's little brother is writing memos, sending Marines and sending troops to their hometowns for feelings. They will harm the people that the conservatives hate, and that will make them feel good. That will make them happy to see the people they hate being hurt on the streets. That is what makes them happy. That is what makes them feel good. The people they don't like harmed by the people they do like, the military. Because that's the only law that exists in the country anymore. The Constitution's over. It's done with. It doesn't exist any longer. It is only make Donnie happy. Make Donnie feel good. That's the only law that exists any longer. The memo outlines the itinerary for a July 21st meeting between senior DHS Pentagon officials, blah, 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 blah. When is it going to happen? U.S. military leadership, experts I spoke with, so we don't have a plan yet. It's disturbing to see DHS officials pressuring the U.S. military to turn its focus inward even further. Military involvement in domestic civilian law enforcement is about to become more common. You're going to see the troops on the street. The conflation of low-level threats like transnational criminal organizations with Al-Qaeda, which was actually attempting to topple the United States government, is a clear attempt to use excessive force for a purpose normally handled by civil authorities. And even then, Al-Qaeda wasn't attacking America. They were attacking American troops because we were in their country. Take the troops away from their country, they won't attack our troops. And they can't get to us because they have no infrastructure. Al-Qaeda doesn't have a military. They're a bunch of goobers with homemade bombs. That's it. They can't get here. They don't have a navy. They don't have air superiority. They don't have drones. They have nothing. And they would have stopped attacking us if we had left. But we didn't leave because we couldn't lose. Because conservatives can't accept the idea of diplomacy. They must win over the opponent. They must beat them. They must win. But they don't know how to win. Except murdering everybody. That's a win. And then the people don't like that. I'm rambling. What are we rambling about? More troops. It's going to be great. In a sense, the administration seems to be supercharging immigration invasion agitprop to manufacture a sense of national trauma, similar to those that arose around September 11th. That led to another type of war on terror, hypermilitarization at home, as well as abroad. The administration seems determined to outdo that, this time against the new internal enemy. Normalizing routine military support to law enforcement could create a kind of domestic forever war, but one that is uniquely dangerous. As the founders well understood, a military that is turned inward is a threat to both democracy and individual liberty. And I'll make the prediction now. There will be troops outside polling places in this midterm election, and even more in 2028. They will be trying to scare the people they don't like from voting. ICE is going to be outside polling places arresting people for their brown skin. That's about to happen. I hope you're prepared for that. Polling places in the southern states, especially those bordering Mexico, like New Mexico, Arizona, Texas. ICE agents are going to be there harassing anybody with a tan. That's coming. That is absolutely going to happen. And then they won't show up. And then they won't get to vote. And then Donald Trump will cancel all the mail-in votes. And then Republicans will win. And you won't be able to do a damn thing about it. Do you like Gicky Gackers? Brendan Dillinger. I don't know who or what or why that is. If that's a thing, it's not a thing that I am aware of. I am entirely ignorant of geeky gackers. And you can be mad at me for that. You can. You can be like, Waldo, you dumb son of a bitch. Switch. Is it some sort of sauce? Yeah, I've hot chili sauce. Ain't it cool? I have a cock on my shirt. So yeah, the ICE is going to be at the polling places. The military will be at the polling places, scaring away anybody who isn't white. They will go to the minority places where the minority people vote and scare them. Maybe they don't show up. If you are an American citizen born in America of Mexican descent, maybe you won't show up to vote because they're going to hassle you. They're going to handcuff you. They handcuff American citizens all the damn time. Here's some of them doing it right now. Here, let's find some videos of it. Here we go. Los Angeles, a terrified immigrant sits in the truck as a masked man swings a baton, shattering his window. This is a really cool website. Look at it. It's like playing all the videos and stuff like that. They are dragging people out. ICE officers use only the level of force that is objectively reasonable, but that's not reasonable. Look at this. They're breaking into people's cars, trying to drag them away. We'll smash the fucking window out and drag him out, says ICE. A month into the new Trump administration, in the pre-dawn streets of suburban Maryland, a high-ranking ICE official stood alongside a Mazda sedan that the officers had just stopped. The official told the local TV reporter the scene was about to happen. He can either give us a license or we'll smash the fucking window and drag him out. Here is... I swear I had another one ready to go. Where did that video go? Nope. Shit. Why did that one close? I had a video ready to go, but now it's gone. ICE agents breaking into cars.
Look. Open the door. No, you can't. You can't.
You do not have to identify yourself to an ICE agent. They are not a law enforcement agency.
They're the Gestapo. They can put you in jail for that. They can do whatever the hell they want, any of it. I know you're correct, and you're saying lawful things, but these people are unlawful. They don't care. They don't give a shit. They will harm you if they want to. Here we go. Breaking and harming people. What do we got? We got punching fools, wearing masks, beating up people, dragging people out of their cars. They're breaking windows and arrest people who don't have criminal records, and sometimes individual people who aren't.
KB's in the mainframe.
Who aren't breaking the law. I swear I had a video of them coming after somebody who was not who was a citizen. Where the hell did it go? I swear to God, I put effort into preparing a stream for you guys, and then I dick it up somehow. I am my own worst enemy. Here we go. A U.S. citizen was arrested by Florida Highway Patrol and the Border Patrol on May 2nd. So we've got U.S. citizens being hassled as well.
Y'all scaring the dude, bro. That's not how you arrest people. I got rights to talk, bro. You got no rights here. I do.
You've got no rights here, says the police officer. You've got no right here. You've got no rights here, says the American police officer as he arrests an American. That's going to happen at the polls. That's going to happen at the polling places. That is going to happen as people try to vote Republicans out of office. And it's going to get ugly. It's going to get real damn ugly. And the Republicans are going to win. because anybody who wants to vote against them will feel scared.
True. Everyone has rights under the Constitution. Inalienable, goddammit.
You're absolutely correct, any of it. Even the illegal immigrants have constitutional protections.
I will never understand how the conservatives and Republicans and whoever else can be okay with this.
Okay with it. They don't know, half of them don't know what's happening. Half of them don't watch the news. Half of their voters just do not know what's going on. The other half watch propaganda
True.
and appreciate it and like it, and it makes them feel good. The other half, who are aware, who do know what's going on, follow and pay attention to the people who are lying to them because it makes them feel good. Lies get you paid. Telling the truth doesn't get you paid. You know who tells the truth most of the time? Almost entirely tells the truth to people? School teachers. Do they get paid? No, they don't. We pay them almost nothing. The more truth you tell, the less you get paid. The more lies you tell. I'm a truth. KBP's a truth teller. How many people are paying you to tell the truth? Nobody. Nobody's paying you to tell the truth. Nobody pays truth tellers. Nobody pays teachers. They tell you the truth. But what if? Follow me here. Let's hypothetical this out. I was in charge of a school board in one of the shithole states like Oklahoma. And I wanted to tell the school children that Obama was a Muslim, that Hillary was a racist, that she cheated and got 4 million illegal votes in 2016, and that Donald Trump actually won in 2020, and that the Bible is entirely real. What would happen if I were in charge of the school system? Donald Trump would reward me. He would pay me. He would give me so much money. And his fans would donate to me. And his friends would pay for my running for the school board. And then I could turn that into a lucrative YouTube career. I could get backing from all the grifters on the right. I would say awful, terrible lies. Ben Shapiro would repeat them.
Your stream would be famous suddenly.
My stream would be famous if I were pushing hard right-wing lies onto school children. Is it possible to eat a hot dog, chips, and mosh pit? I suppose. You should do that and then send me a video of it. I would watch it. Ben Shapiro would repeat it. Matt Walsh would talk about how based and epic and red-pilled I would be. Selling lies, forcing lies onto school children will get you paid. Explaining to them the reality of the world does not get you paid.
Possible. Not easy, though.
Explaining reality doesn't get you paid. School teachers do it every day, and nobody wants to pay them. If we could pay them less, we would. Because fiction is the most important part of America, apparently. I'm not happy about that. I wish it weren't true. I wish we were a society based on truth, reality, and correctness, but we're not. We're based on fiction, lies. We live in a society of lies. The liars make the most money. The liars are in charge. The liars decide what you see and hear every day. And I don't know what to do about it. I honestly don't. I wish I could do something about it. The media lies to you. The news lies to you every damn day. The Alex Jones lies to you every damn day. The Donald Trump lies to you every damn day. The Senate Republicans lie to you every day. The Democrats lie to you every damn day. And there's nothing you can do about it. I'm in a ranty mood today. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for coming, everybody who's here. Brendan Dillinger, I appreciate it. Even though you might be a bot. Are you a robot, Brendan Dillinger? You're saying robot things. You might be a robot. But I love robots. There's one in reading our texts right now.
True XD.
But the robot is speaking. I like robots. Yeah, ranty mood. What else we got to rant about today? Oh, hey, speaking of horrible lies, the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, the Nazi, who is supposed to protect you and protect the law, protect the country, protect society by going after people who are harming society.
Professional liar.
A professional liar. Absolutely, she is. Now, what she's going to do is try to prosecute someone for the words they said. That's it. That's the whole thing. Can I do her voice? You're in the wrong chat, KBP. Yeah, you gotta come over to Twitch chat. But I appreciate you being over there and Kick. KBP is specifically anti Bezos, so he goes to Kick chat rather than giving Jeff Bezos money through Twitch. It's an ethical stance that he has that I don't share, but I appreciate him and I love his ethical stance. Can I do her voice? Okay. Pam Bondi. All right, here we go. Pam Bondi voice. Thank you, Miss. And I can't. Thank you. She has like a don't move your mouth kind of a voice, and it's a girl voice, and she has kind of a yuppie, waspy New Englander accent. Not New England, but like a what's his name? Mid-Atlantic, like that guy, Frazier. She kind of has like a Frazier accent. Thank you for your leadership. Prompt action, anti-Semitism will not be tolerated in Florida or anywhere else. I can't do her voice. And my U.S. Attorney Jack Heekin are investigating this. What are they investigating? What is Pam Bondi, the Nazi, investigating? She's investigating someone who said, fuck Israel. Oh my God. Oh my God. He said, fuck Israel. You guys, it's illegal to say those words.
Master 2002 Shark Panic.
Apparently, it's illegal to say that. Fuck Israel.
How dare he share a stance?
I know. If for example, you looked at the actions that the Israeli government is taking, starving an entire population of people, running an open-air prison for the past 40 years, doing a genocide, and then you saw those things and didn't like them, and then said, fuck Israel, as I am doing right now, you would be committing a crime, according to the Attorney General of the United States.
Fuck Earthlings.
Fuck Earthlings, exactly. You're a super criminal, KBP. Look at KBP. KBP is now a giant super criminal. And Valor just got modded by the auto mod for typing it. I'm saying it, and he said it too. It's okay. Fuck the Israeli government for what they're doing. They're doing a genocide. They're upholding an ethno-state. I don't like those things. Don't do those things. If I said fuck Russia, try fuck Russia, Valor. I don't know if that'll get modded. I'm curious now. If you want to be part of my science experiment, and then I'll cancel you later.
Fuck Russia.
Amazing, and the robot even wrote it. KBP, yeah, fuck all of this. He says, sorry, let me finish that. Fuck all of you. This is my mission. Yeah, exactly. Well done, KBP. Thank you. Wow, and you made Biden so happy by doing that. You can say fuck Russia, but you can't say fuck Israel on these platforms. The auto mods block it because of historical anti-Semitism. I recognize that. Saying fuck Israel is not anti-Semitic. It's not. They're a government.
What a hot mission, Master 2002 Shark Sweat.
And what they're doing while they're in power is awful. They're doing a genocide. Stop doing a genocide. Stop doing that. Okay? If you are a member of their government, stop doing it. If you are a constituent of them, tell them to stop. Tell them to stop. And people will stop saying, fuck Israel to you. They'll stop saying that. If that hurts your feelings, stop supporting genocide. Stop doing it. Quit doing it. Stop upholding an ethno-state. And I'll stop comparing you to fascism. Stop this war of blood and soil, and I will stop comparing you to Nazis. It's very simple. If you want people to be nicer to you, be nicer. If you want people to stop being mean to you, stop doing genocides. Crazy thought, I know. Silly, crazy, dumbass Waldo. Just saying things. Fuck the Berlin Wall, both sides of it, and fuck Lyle, love it, whoever the fuck that is. Thank you, Brendan Dillinger. Good job. Yeah, it's a very spicy theme to very spicy stream today. That's why I got the hot sauce shirt on. We're spicing it up. So, why are you allowed to say that? I just said it. Did I commit a crime? Am I going to be prosecuted by the Attorney General of the United States, who is a Nazi? Will she be very upset by my words? Will she condemn me? Will she put the power of the state to harm me for the words that I've said? I hope not. I don't want her to do that. That would be anti-constitutional, but they don't give a shit about the Constitution. I've told you. There is only one law now. Make Donnie feel good. That's it. It's the only law that exists. I thought YouTube would prosecute me for saying that, to be honest. Yeah. Well, I don't know that it showed up in the actual YouTube chat. This Brendan Dillinger, this one didn't show up in YouTube chat, but it showed up in my shared chat, which is slightly different. Maybe. I've got top chat on. Let me turn on live chat. Yeah, it showed up in live chat. You're right. Okay. Brendan Dillinger, they did not censor you. Okay. Censorship is bad. I don't like it. The right wing has told you that they're against censorship, but they're liars. They're not interested in freedom. They don't support freedom. They support their freedom for their ideas and the things they like. That's what the right wing supports. That's what Elon supports, not freedom.
Question. Is it okay to censor Nazis?
If they're being intolerant, yes. It's okay to tolerate. It's not okay to tolerate intolerance. I'm telling you that the Nazis would take away your free speech rights with theirs. It's the tolerance paradox. The tolerance paradox suggests that if you allow the Nazis to say bad things and take away other people's rights, eventually there won't be any more rights left, and no one will be able to speak except to praise them. And then when you speak out against them, they harm you. That's not okay. So, freedom for me and not for thee is exactly what Elon Musk supports. You're right, Brandon. That is what Elon pushes. And conservatives push this on a smaller scale. You're not allowed to use your freedom to be a queer, blue-haired, nose-pierced person who lives in a city. They hate that. You're not allowed to do that.
CHER1 make love, not war.
There's
Sexual
KBP.
pride.
Absolutely. Make love, not war. You're not allowed to do that, KBP. The conservatives do not want you to be a blue-haired pansexual with a nose ring in a big city. That is illegal. Okay, that you're using your freedom all wrong, KBP.
It's good to censor Nazis, and by censor I mean knock their teeth out.
Well, I'm not calling for that at the moment. And see, that's the violent stuff that gets us in trouble. At the moment, prevent them from saying things on your personal platforms. It's okay for YouTube to censor them. It's okay for Twitter to censor them. They don't. But don't allow them to don't tolerate the intolerance.
I second
That's all
this,
I'm saying.
but only if they refuse to stop being assholes far too often.
Brendan Dillinger makes love to love. So he's double loving it. And I think that brings up an interesting point, because we do have talks of violence and we do have talks of love. The opposite of war. To quiz you guys. Pop quiz, hotshot. What is the opposite of war? I'll give you a moment to answer. What is the opposite of war? What do you think? What do you guys think?
Fuck.
KBP has it right. That's the right answer. Or were you just saying you were just nervous about the pop quiz? The opposite of war is not peace, No. The opposite of war is fucking.
I didn't study.
The opposite of war is P in the V, V in the mouth, just all kinds of dirty, rotten sex. That is the opposite of war. Because when you go to war, you take your gun, you unload, and the population decreases. When you go have sex,
Hot take.
you take your gun, you unload, and the population increases. You see?
I'm a pacifist. Fist hand sign peach.
So the opposite of war is just sex. That's why they hate it so much. That's why the conservatives don't like it. They don't like you to be gay. They don't want you to be paying. They don't want you to have free love. They don't want you to have birth control. They don't want you to get abortion. They don't want you to do any of these things with sex. Everything that they really come down to, every conservative position boils down to sex. And I wanted to, the reason I said it that way, Brandon Dillinger, is because I didn't want to suggest that it's only straight people sex that's the opposite of war. Any of it, any of it, all of it. The gay stuff, the pan stuff, the furry stuff, all of it is the opposite of war, and all of it is acceptable and valid. And whichever division or version of it you do, as long as it's consensual, is supported by me, and I give you the high five and the thumbs up. As long as you can do whatever you want, as long as everybody is consenting adults and having a good time. And if they're not having a good time, they need to be knowing that that's part of the good time. The CNC is complicated and not a thing that I want to talk about. But if you're into that, then fine, do that. Why did we get off on these rails? We're all over the fucking place today. This is a wild, crazy stream, so I'm glad you're here for it. The freedom is what I'm describing here. The all kinds of disgusting, dirty sex is freedom. Conservatives don't want freedom, man. They don't like freedom. They do not want you to have the freedom to do that.
Oh, the stream is going towards weird sex stuff. Does that mean that KBP has got to raid again?
No, we're not talking. No, you stay there. You type, unless you want to. I don't care. But last time you stole my Xbox and my TV
Too
remote.
late.
Damn it. Well, the door's locked. You can't come in. What was I talking about? Freedom. You have to, they don't want you to be free. They want you to be confined within the boxes that they've drawn. They want you to be within the borders that they have drawn. If you follow conservative thought, everyone must be a straight, white, hetero person in the suburbs with a picket fence and 2.5 children, driving 2 cars, and a debt slave. That is the world that they think works the best. And if you deviate from any of those things, you are a degenerate. You are harming their preferred worldview, which is why they build the world and the laws to make everyone fall into that category. I fall into several of those categories myself, not because and slightly I did get forced into it, but the choices I made are the choices that I wanted to make. So if you don't want to make the same choices that I have, I support your freedom to do so. If you want to be a right, it's because of it's because of the vaccines, Brendan Dillinger. One of those kids is actually only 0.5 of a kid because he took the Fauci ouchie, you see. RFK Jr. Is on it. Don't worry. RFK Jr. is going to find the solution to why your child has autism. RFK Jr. Is going to find out which toxin is causing your child to have a lower IQ. And it's wrong and it's bad, and we shouldn't let these people be in charge. Alex Jones is full of shit about the Fauci ouchie. RFK Jr. is full of shit about the toxins that are causing your children to have autism. He's full of shit, and we shouldn't let them be in charge of the government. Yeah, thanks, Brendan. Yeah, I've been real good at that one. I've been working on that one for a very long time. It's one of my best, folks. Every time you become a subscriber, you actually turn another frog gay. It's here. I'm here for it. And when I put on my tinfoil hat, we'll talk about that later. Do I have any tinfoil hat news tonight? I don't think I do. This morning, I don't think I do. Anywho, we're getting back on track. Back on track. Did I commit any crimes in the past 20 minutes? Have I committed any crimes? Is the Attorney General going to come and get me for the words that I have said? I am literally not hiding anything. The Attorney General of the United States, Pam Bondi, is a fascist. She will sue you. She will use the power of the government to hurt you and hurt
Pam
your
Bondi says yes,
First Amendment.
According to precedent.
According to precedent, she will come and hurt me for the words that I have said. I do not have free speech if the government hurts me for the words that I have said. It's not free anymore. And she will look into the camera and tell you that I'm a bad guy for saying the words that I have said over the past half hour. And then she will try to use the power of the state to hurt me. She's using the power of the state to hurt somebody now for the words that they have said. The fascism is here. It's not hypothetical any longer. If you say things that the government doesn't like, they will use the power of the government to harm you. We need to resort to anarchy. That's all that's left. Well, that would be a move to the left from fascism. Anarchy is left of fascism. And a lot farther left than fascism. I'm not saying it's center or anything like that. Yes, but you have access to the web and a keyboard. Those are illegal weapons. Exactly. Those are dangerous weapons. So I don't know what's going to happen over the next few months or weeks or years. But Pam Bondi does not have your best interest in mind. That's the point I'm trying to get to. Why am I possibly doing things that might, by her standards, be considered illegal? Why am I saying the forbidden speech? Why am I looking into a camera and telling you the words that might get me prosecuted by the fascist government? Well, because I need you to know that it's okay to do so. I need everybody else to do so as well. I need all the normies in the middle of the country to say that is against the First Amendment, and we like the First Amendment. I need people to hear the fact that there is no law in this country any longer. There is only what makes Donnie happy. And if it makes him happy, it's legal. If it makes him unhappy, it's illegal. That is the only law that exists in America any longer. It's true. It's just most people haven't noticed. I'm ahead of the curve on this one. If it makes Donnie happy, it's legal. No matter how disgusting, no matter how depraved, no matter how illegal it used to be. If it makes him happy, it's allowed. It's legal. And Pam Bondi won't come after you. If it makes Donnie unhappy, it makes him look bad, it makes him look stupid, it's now illegal to say, to do, to think, to publish. He's suing the Wall Street Journal for $10 billion for printing facts. Literal reality. Costs them $10 billion, maybe. What's to be done about it? Well, keep saying it. Keep saying, fuck Tom, fuck Mary, fuck Gus, fuck Darius. Keep saying things like that. As best you can. Until the gulag, until the Gestapo kicks in your door and drags you off to a gulag. Because that's the next step in this process. That's the next step for Pam Bondi, the fascist, the Nazi, is to start an investigation into the people who say the things she doesn't like them to say. And then have the state harm them violently. Kick in their doors, drag them off to a gulag to stand a trial for the words that they said. That's next. That's already happening to the immigrants. It's already happening to the people who are here legally but look like they're from Mexico. It's already happening to people who are following all the rules and all the laws. It's happening to them. And it's happening for everyone else next. Pay attention. I know all of you are paying attention, and that's why you're here, because you like it when Waldo breaks the law. And you're all paying attention. You're all listening to me and feeling the feelings. But tell a friend. Tell the people around you. Tell them that this is not okay. If you have any people that listen to you, if you talk to human beings online, in Discord, in your WoW chats, tell them that Pam Bondi's a fascist. And she's going to arrest people for the words that they say. Fuck Cisco, Jack and Jerry Briscoe, and fuck anyone that went down with the Titanic in a panic. Exactly. Brendan Dillinger's got this shit on lock. He's ready. He might be a robot, but I don't think he's a robot anymore. But you're knocking it out of the park. First Amendment, baby, absolutely. And I support all of the things that you're saying. I might not agree with them, but you're allowed to say them. You see? So this is some tinfoil hat. So we're going to put the tinfoil hat on. What we've got is the tinfoil hat. The tinfoil hat is on for this next story, and we'll get some conspiracy theory going on in here. Durham's debunking of the Clinton plan emails explained. So Donald Trump has been telling us over the past couple of weeks.
Carlin would be proud.
Yeah, exactly. George Carlin's a visionary, and we should all respect him. Donald Trump has been telling you just anything to make you stop talking about Epstein. Please, for the love of God, he wants you to stop talking about Epstein. Stop asking questions about Epstein. Stop bringing it up. Stop talking about Ghislaine. He wants you to stop talking about that. And in doing so, in trying to convince you to stop talking about it, he's brought up lots of other subjects. Obama cheated. Biden cheated. Oprah paid a bunch of money. Beyonce got paid to endorse Kamala. It's not true, but it's he gets to say it. You see, he has the right of free speech. You don't. Donald Trump is a liar. He says lies constantly, often. And I might get punished by the state for saying so. You're going to get, I don't think YouTube's going to let you say that one, Brandon. Oh, no, there it popped up. There you go. Good job. You did it. But you might get banned from YouTube for saying such things. And I support their right to ban you, Brendan Dilger. I know this is complicated, but if you say things and it hurts YouTube's advertising and it makes YouTube a worse place for all the YouTubers and all the people visiting, I support their right to ban you. They're not the government, you see. If the government punished you for this statement, that's wrong and illegal. If YouTube punishes you for this statement, that's acceptable. If I booted you out of my personal Discord for this statement, I'm not going to, but if I did, that would be acceptable. If I booted you off of Club Penguin for this statement, then that's fine. If I booted you out of Wizards 101 for this statement, acceptable. But if the government puts you in jail for that statement, I don't accept it. And conservatives don't know those differences. This is why conservatives often cry, scream, and bloody murder about censorship on X and Twitter. Twitter was censoring me. Yes, Twitter's allowed to censor you. Dummy. It's the government that the First Amendment protects you from. The First Amendment protects you from government censorship, not Twitter censorship, not YouTube censorship. It does protect you from Attorney General of the United States censorship. They're not allowed to censor you. Well, YouTube is. And I am. What the hell was I talking about? So, in an attempt to make you stop thinking about it, look at all these black people. Look, black people is what Donald Trump kind of did. But another one of the things he did to try and get you to stop paying attention to Epstein is talking about the Clinton plan. The Clinton plan. Folks, I've got bad news for you. Hillary Clinton is, in fact, a pot-bellied atheist who drinks baby blood, okay? I have got on good authority that Obama smells like sulfur. Okay, Hillary Clinton was in the Frazzle Drip video. I've seen it myself. She killed a young child, wore the face as a mask, and did a little dance. None of that is true. No, that's all lies. But it's fun to pretend that Clinton had a plan. She has very bad plans. But again, the Donald Trump lies about Hillary Clinton and what she does and where she anything that happens. to make you stop paying attention to the Epstein stuff. Trump allies have fixated on a purported message about Hillary Clinton and Russia. John H. Durham, the special counsel, found evidence that it was likely a fake assembly by Russian spies. So Donald Trump tells you bullshit that Russian spies told us. Russian spies put together a poisonous lie. Donald Trump repeats that poisonous lie because it makes him happy. It makes him feel good. It makes him glad to point out the fact that Hillary Clinton smeared him intentionally, and it was her idea to start the Russia hoax. It's not a fact. It's a lie. He is full of shit. That shit specifically was Russian disinformation. Donald Trump is repeating Russian disinformation because it makes him feel good. That's why I'm saying there's only one damn law in America anymore. Make Donnie happy. Make Trump happy is the only law that exists any longer. If you make him happy, you get to say whatever you want to say. You get, no matter how much of a lie it is. So his people are super excited about this. Kash Patel, the FBI director, and other Trump allies have declared that newly declassified report on the Russia investigation provides evidence that the Clinton campaign plotted to frame President Trump and fabricate the Russian collusion hoax. The reality is almost precisely the opposite. The reality is almost precisely the opposite. This could be the title of Donald Trump's fucking autobiography. Like, I want a Donald Trump book titled Reality is Almost Precisely the Opposite. Because that is the story of his entire life. Carl Ripken. It's fun. Go do that go say crazy things somewhere else. We're having a good time here. Are you a robot, Carl Ripken? Well, you can't tell us now, can you? We're celebrating free speech and you have to ruin it. What are we talking about? See, now I'm all goofed up, Carl Ripken. Way to go. Yeah, the exact opposite. Donald Trump will tell you the exact opposite of reality to benefit himself. The only thing that matters in the country anymore is making Donnie happy. And so we have to try and make him happy. How do we make him happy? Well, we arrest immigrants.
Now you gotta edit more if you use this.
I know. We hurt the brown people. That's going to make him happy. We launch an investigation into ex-Trump prosecutor Jack Smith. So that's another way to make him happy. The investigation comes after Tom Cotton, the giant super fucking fascist, requested that Smith be investigated for unprecedented interference in the 2024 election, because determining whether or not the guy who ran for president was a criminal is interference, you see. If you try to find out if Donald Trump is a criminal, you're hurting Donald Trump's campaign. So you can't do that. You can't investigate Donald Trump. You can't try to find out if he's a criminal, because that would hurt his campaign, you see. That would harm him. That would harm his campaign. That would make people not want to vote for him, knowing the things that he's done, knowing the reality of his crimes would make people less likely to vote for him. And if you're less likely to vote for Donald Trump because of his actions, then you, Jack Smith, have interfered with the election. Elections are not supposed to be about people and the things that they've done. You see, the mistake that you have made here, Mr. Smith, is that you want reality in things. What is happening in YouTube chat today? Brendan, can you wrangle these people? Make them be decent.
YouTube is a weird place.
YouTube is a
Recently,
weird
XD.
place. You're right. YouTube is a weird place. YouTube is a very strange place. You're a weird guy, Blake. You're a weird guy. I'm not going to read any of that because you're not doing the thing. I don't know what you're doing. I suspect that you are a robot.
Every political stream I encounter there is just a right-wing misinformation station.
Well, I don't know if this is... I think, Blake, you are a robot. You are an AI until proven otherwise. Because it's full names, first name, last name, and they're just saying random shit. I think there are robots among us. You guys. The AI, the robots are among us. They're here. They're walking around. They're typing into YouTube chats. They're telling you what they're thinking, and you think they're the regular people. You see,
that sounds body for sure.
And it's just weird. So what are we thinking about? We're thinking that Jack Smith is being investigated, not because...
And the political streams get those a lot, I think, XD.
So, yeah, Jack Smith is being investigated for doing his job. His job is uncovering reality,
Maybe
uncovering
someone
truth,
bought you some
correctness.
Of the bots those bots are always trying to sell.
Maybe. Any of it? Did you buy me that for my birthday? Any of it? Did you go to the bot farm and buy Waldo a bunch of bots? Was it an early birthday gift? Maybe if you say it with the right connotation, maybe somebody bought you some of those bots that the bots are always trying to sell. I appreciate it. Thank you, any of it. I appreciate
you
that.
Can't prove I didn't.
No, I can't. So I appreciate the early birthday gift that you bought for me. Is Blake Barbosa saying nonsense in chat? So I appreciate that. And so when they go off the rails, we'll blame you, any of it. It'll be a good time. So yeah, silly fun stream today. I'm having a good time. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming. Thanks for tell us what you're thinking. Let's see. Yeah. Why is this guy being hassled? Is because he tried to find out facts and reality. And conservatives don't like facts and reality. They would prefer fiction and imagination, because that's where they live. They live in the feelings. They have feelings that this guy must be crooked because he's trying to find out the truth about Trump. And Trump is unassailable. You cannot say that he's ever said a wrong thing. And if you do, then you're some sort of criminal and you need to go to jail. So, again, make Donnie happy. It's the only law that exists in America anymore. And making him happy means going after the people who investigated him for his past crimes. What do they have to say about it? On Wednesday, Senator Tom Cotton, the fascist, requested that the OSC investigate Smith for unprecedented interference in the 2024 election. The OSC confirmed to NBC News on Saturday that it is investigating the alleged violations, and source familiar says the OSC affirmed that Cotton that it is proceeding with the inquiry after his request. Smith was tapped as special counsel by the Attorney General Merrick Garland, fuck that guy, in November 2022 to oversee the federal investigations into Trump, who announced his candidacy for the presidency 3 days before Smith's appointment. Smith would go on to bring 2 criminal indictments against then-candidate Trump in 2023, but resigned just 1 week after before Trump's inauguration, without ever having brought the 2 cases to trial, because he had all the truth, all the facts, all the evidence to bring him up for trial. But because they waited 2 damn years to make it maximally politically effective, they waited 2 years. Why did Merrick Garland do that? Because Merrick Garland is a wiener, and Joe Biden is a wiener. They want polite discourse. They don't want political power. They want everybody to get along and be decent to each other and follow the rules. But when anybody breaks the rules, they just use the rules to stop them from breaking the rules. Hey guys, Republicans break the rules. You can't use the rules to control them. It doesn't work. They intentionally, willingly break the rules. Constantly. Because they like it. They like breaking the rules. It gives them more power and authority. And then their fans cheer for them. So using the rules to go after the rule breakers doesn't work. Merrick Garland can't comprehend that. Joe Biden doesn't know that. And most Democrats are proceduralists. They just care about the procedure and make sure that the procedure is properly documented and the procedure is written down in the right way. And then they argue over how that procedure ought to be proceeded and how it ought to function. And then once they get all that, they just walk the fuck away. The end. Oh, you broke the procedure. Yeah. The Republicans break procedure all the time. That's what they do. Their fan base cheers for them. They're just breaking the rules left and right, and they're winning. All right, Blake, you're bothering me. Trying to make important points. You're talking about your wiener because I think you are a robot. You haven't proven otherwise. So we banned him. Banned. And banning robots makes me feel good. So I do it as often as possible. That one has got to go. Because every time I reach for it. Sorry, I'm banning people. And everybody knows banning people makes me feel good. It makes me strong. It makes me feel powerful, you know? Whenever I ban robots, it makes me feel powerful. So, Blake Barbosa, you've just been banned. What you see is, I'm listening with coffee and a bowl. I'm normal. Yeah, you are normal. You have proven not to be a robot. I appreciate that about you. What else is going on in the news? So there's that. And guess what? Donald Trump used a registered sex offender to announce return of fitness test for kids. They're just the party of pedophiles. They really are. Like that man on the screen on the left is a sex offender, and the man on the right, also a sex offender. Former NFL player Lawrence Taylor was there when Donald Trump signed an executive order on Thursday to bring the presidential fitness test back to schools. Stupid and pointless. Glad he's wasting his fucking time on that. Doesn't matter, who gives a shit. But that was not what caused the stir on social media. Most folks, it seems, were fine with the fitness test making a comeback for the kids. What caused the stir was the company that the president kept in making the announcement. Joining him on the stage were golfers, Kansas City Chief Harrison Butker, who is a fucking white nationalist, retired golf champion Anita somebody else, Triple H from the WWF, and New York Giants linebacker Lawrence Taylor. It was Taylor that was a real brow raiser in the mix because the 66-year-old is a registered sex offender, and that would have been something folks would not have noticed on its own, but add to the current scrutiny of the president and the Epstein files, and it didn't go well. He was he tried to have sex with a trafficked 16-year-old, if I remember correctly. Yeah, here it is down here. You literally can't make this shit up. Republicans and Donald Trump launched a youth sports initiative at the White House today, appearing alongside Lawrence Taylor, a registered sex offender who pleaded guilty to sexual misconduct involving a trafficked 16-year-old girl. Dude, they're just the party of pedophiles. There's no way around it. This is what they do. They love it.
Successfully had sex with a 16-year-old.
Yes, he did, who was trafficked. This is bad. Stop hanging out with those people. He's talking about pardoning Diddy. He's promised he might pardon Ghislaine Maxwell. They are simply the party of pedophiles. And what do you get from their followers? If you challenge, first of all, half the Republicans don't know this happened, don't know anything, are completely ignorant to all the things political. You say the word political and their eyes just kind of glaze over. They don't know any of the things. They cannot comprehend any of the things that we're talking about. They can't see it. They can't comprehend it. They're incapable. They are inapt. They're incapable of understanding most of these political points. So those half are out. You can only control them with memes and minion photos. They vote based on whichever minion photo they saw on Facebook that tells them the best lie. Then you get the actual right-wing MAGA folks. They hate the Democrats who have done all the pedophilia. There aren't that many of them. There's one that I can think of. There's a bunch on the right wing. There's a bunch who are defending Donald Trump. There's a bunch more on the right. But they are blind to it. They don't see it. They don't know it's there. If you go to a MAGA supporter and tell them that Donald Trump was standing next to a sex predator, they will put up their blind spot. They'll put it right up. They won't see it. They won't hear it. They just hear a bunch of static when you talk to them about it. When you suggest that Donald Trump is far more
Waldop 3
friendly.
blind spot, Waldop 3 blind spot, Waldop 3 blind spot, Waldop 3 blind spot.
That's right. When you describe to them the things that Donald Trump did with Jeffrey Epstein, and hey, maybe we should listen to the people, and hey, maybe he's going to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell, they put up their blind spot. They don't know because they don't want to know. This is intentional. This is willing. They want to ignore these things. They want to ignore all of the things that don't make them feel good. If it makes them feel bad, they put up the blind spot. They do not want these things to happen, and they do not want these things to be known by anybody ever. They are the blind pedophile party. I don't know of a clever way to put that, but it is. They're the blind pedophile party who disregard reality whenever it suits them. Here's Donald Trump disregarding more reality. I was just informed that our country's job numbers are being produced by a Biden appointee, Dr. Erica McIntyre. Dr. Erica McIntyre. That's a fucking name, isn't it? The Commissioner for Labor Statistics, who faked the job numbers before the election to try and boost Kamala's chances of victory. This is the same Bureau of Labor Statistics that overestimated the job growth in March, approximately 800,000, and again right before the 2024 presidential election in August and September by 112,000. These were records. No one can be that wrong. We need accurate jobs numbers. I have directed the team to fire this Biden appointee immediately. She will be replaced with someone much more competent, probably a podcaster, and qualified. Important numbers like this must be fair and accurate. They can't be manipulated. They can't be manipulated, says the manipulator. She gave him real numbers, and he didn't like those real numbers. And that means she gets fired. There is only one law in the country. Make Donnie happy. If you give him an unhappy reality, he will fire you and replace you with a liar. We do not have any other laws. Just make Donnie happy. In my opinion, today's job numbers were rigged in order to make the Republicans and me look bad.
Shooting the messenger.
Just like when they had 3 great days around the 2024 presidential election, and then those numbers were taken away on November 15th, right after the election, when the jobs numbers were massively revised downward, making a correction of over 800,000 jobs, a total scam. Jerome Too Late Powell is no better, but the good news is the country is doing great.
Such a short-sighted attitude.
When the numbers make him happy, they're good numbers. They're true numbers. When the numbers make him sad, those are liar numbers. The math doesn't matter. The accumulation of that data does not matter. Who posted it doesn't matter. If it makes him sad, they're bad and wrong. If it makes him happy, they're good and right. He is only based on his feelings. Democrats, listen, it's a very big, easy win. Republicans and conservatives have been saying for years that you are the party of feelings, and it's blatantly, obviously not true. Republicans care only about Donald Trump's feelings. They care about their own feelings. The numbers make them feel bad. That means the numbers are liars. The reality makes them feel bad. That means reality is wrong. They feel all day, every day. Nothing but feelings. All politics are based on feelings. And it's only more and more true the more I see it. The more I watch the politics, the more true it becomes. And we'll stick to the economics. Only the beginning. Business leaders warn Trump's induced economic crash. So we think that there's more coming. Inflation and price increases are coming, says Greg Ahern, president and CEO of the Toy Association, speaking to Politico. Layoffs have already been occurring, and supply is going to be lower as we head into the holiday season. These are all happening. So Trump unveiled the latest tariff rates on Thursday, set to go into effect on August 7th. The tariff rates as high as 50% on major importing partners. You will pay those tariffs. Among countries hit with the top rate are 50% from Brazil, which imported Brazilian coffee, representing 33% of all coffee consumption. The people who buy coffee will pay this tariff. Donald still doesn't know how tariffs work. He thinks that Brazil is paying us. They're not. You are paying the tariffs. Americans pay all American tariffs. No way around it. That's how the system works. A tariff is a tax, and he does not know that because he is too stupid. And if you tell him that, it makes him sad, and like I've been saying all day, if you make him sad, it's not true. I think most people believe wholeheartedly that the impact of these tariffs is going to be felt in the months ahead, and the reason why is that production and manufacturing and the goods as they flow through the supply chain takes time. So, again, this guy is a CEO and an economist, which means we can't trust him immediately, but sometimes they say things that are going to happen. So, yeah, more about the jobs. He's going to fire the person in charge, and I liked this one. According to June figures from the Labor Department, all uncooked ground beef costs are up 11%. Chuck roast, so more beef, up 7%. Round roast beef, up 12%. Sirloin steak, up 12%. Beef for stew costs 10% more. So all the numbers for all the meat is going up. And Donald Trump will look into the camera and tell you that the groceries are cheaper. He'll lie to you and tell you that the numbers are actually down because he doesn't care what's real. He cares about his feelings. Didn't he talk about $1.99 gas the other day? Doesn't matter if it's true. Doesn't matter that you can literally find factually that that is incorrect. Doesn't matter. His MAGA fans don't care. They don't want your shitty reality. They want their delicious, delicious bullshit. They do not want you telling them what's real. Okay? Makes them feel bad. They want fake reality inside the Donald Trump matrix. That's what they want. And that's what they're getting, honestly. But the Donald Trump matrix can't survive for a long time. It is a bubble that will burst. This happened to the Nazis. I know I compare Donald Trump to them often, but their engineers couldn't make 2 + 2 = 5 if the Fuhrer told them it did. It doesn't work. It never works. I think what was the name of it? It was called Lysenkoism. I might have talked about this before. This is Soviet. So Lysenkoism is what I'm kind of pointing towards here. A political campaign led by the Soviet biologist Lysenko against genetics and science-based agriculture. This man told fake science because it made the political people happy. He spit fake science against genetics, against science-based agriculture, because it made the politicians above him happy. It made You can see him over here on the side. Joseph Stalin, very happy to hear these things. Joseph Stalin liked what this man was saying. What he was saying was horseshit. It was a lie. It was not true. It was not correct. And then people starved because they couldn't grow crops properly anymore because they abandoned science for feelings. And that is what the Republicans are doing today. They abandon reality. They abandon science. They abandon climate science. They abandon economic science. It's a soft science, if you ask me. But they abandon economic realities. They abandon the numbers. They abandon all of these things to feel better, to feel correct. They're not correct. And we're going to crash. We're going to crash out. We're going to crash hard because of these things. Oh, let's see. Corporations for public broadcasting to close after U.S. funding cut. So this is going to make them feel good. All the people in this photo feel good about this. The closure of the public broadcasting group follows House Republicans' decision to strip $1.1 billion in funding over 2 years. Why don't they like the Corporation for Public Broadcasting? Well, because it's good people saying true things. Remember I talked earlier about the truth doesn't get you paid? Exactly. The NPR, the PBS, and these people don't want reality. They don't want truth. They don't want correctness. And they sure as hell don't want it to be paid for by the government. The NPR and the people here at the public broadcasting are similar to teachers. Connor, I just did my dad. Okay, amazing. Well, we're going to ban you too. Does anybody want to be a YouTube moderator? Honestly, I would let you. I need one. How do I... Where's the button? I forget where the fucking buttons are. Only 24 hours. I want to do a permanent ban, but I don't remember. You look like Alex Jones met Wolverine. That's true. That's entirely true. I do have gorgeous, amazing sideburns. Look at these things. They're monstrous, aren't they? Aren't they amazing? Look at that. That's a gorgeous kind of thing. Thank you, Jared. I appreciate that. And they're all the same type of name. I mean, makes me think that you guys are robots. But Jared, I appreciate that. The Corporation for Public Broadcasting is somewhat similar to a teacher. They have the facts, the reality, and they give it to you, and the government pays them. Because the government of old, the United States government, used to
Very
appreciate
bot-like behavior today.
I know, right? They used to appreciate people saying true things. It used to be an educated society that we used to have. We used to have.
Douche names are the new bot identifier.
We used to have an educated society, but we don't anymore because that was bad for business. That was bad for the bottom line. Educating people with the power of the government is expensive. I dig that. I know that. And I think it's worth it. Educating people with NPR, with PBS, with public schools makes us a better country. The Republicans do not want us to be a better country. They do not want us to do good things. They do not want good things for you. They want you to work, give them the money, and shut the fuck up. That is what the Republicans want from you. They want you to be a debt slave. They want you to work your ass off for very little money and then give that money to them. It's a very weird day. I can actually turn YouTube chat off. I can. I think I'm gonna. Hang on. I think I can. I think I can. But I don't know if I can. I can't. Um,
LOL.
Anywho, I know it's a bot heavy day. It's a lot of bots going on today. So, but that only means that I'm getting stronger, right? If there were no bots coming to get me, if the deep state weren't out to get me, I wouldn't be having these bots come after me, and that makes me feel better. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm doing an important, valuable service here. So I appreciate that. Yeah,
Anyone who says they're
number one, regardless of what their wet brain and dry brain is, not to be trusted. It's just the same fucking people over and over again. And this is why most YouTubers don't have their fucking chat up. Have you noticed this? Lots of streamers don't have their fucking chat up there because of shitheads like this. And it is very sad.
Interesting way to silence the TDS. Just use a.
Yeah, and Valor, if you'd like to know that, you can do I wonder if that would work.
I can mod over on YouTube if you want.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all. That's entirely up to you. Pop a message into the YouTube chat.
YouTube.
You type?
YouTube. It's Moose.
Yeah, gotcha. You're now a managing moderator for this channel. Congratulations. And also thank you. It's a messy one today. So what the hell else was I talking about? Yeah, they're going to get rid of the truth tellers, the people who calmly tell you true things with no monetary gain. Republicans hate that idea. Everything is for sale.
Your username looks like a bot made it though. Jen has won him.
But yeah, people who calmly tell you the truth for no money are not to be trusted. According to Republicans, they hate that idea. They hate the idea that if you tell the truth for no money, they hate it. Everybody needs a profit motive. Everybody needs to be a part of the profit motive, or else capitalism doesn't profit maximally. And they hate that idea. They hate that shit. Republicans want all the money for the money, by the money. They want a government of money, by money, for money, and nothing else.
Any of it to the rescue.
And if you are telling people
that was fast XD.
Calm truths, you don't get to exist. They don't like you. They hate you. And that leads me to what I wanted to rant about today. I wanted to turn this into a short. What is the short today? Short today.
Today's shorts, Cargo.
Today's shorts are cargo. The Dems need a very simple message. And the very simple message is Trump protects elites. He protects their sex crimes. He protects their financial misconduct. He protects their ability to lie to you through the news media. He protects them to enrich himself. You pay the price. He protects the elite's tax cuts, causing your prices to rise. He protects the stock market gains while you pay tariffs. He protects the liars, the cheats, the scammers while killing Big Bird. He protects himself by lying about job numbers and firing the person who counts the job numbers. He protects himself by lying about Obama and Hillary and Biden in the 2020 election, because the truth is that Obama was right to investigate him. Hillary got more votes than him, and Biden beat him. Those truths are devastating to his ego. His feelings would be hurt if those things were true, so they can't be true. And if you say them, you are directly attacking the president and maybe even committing a crime. He protects himself from the truth by limiting your free speech. America only has one law in 2025, and that is to protect Donald Trump's feelings. And I'll turn that into a short, put that up on YouTube, and maybe some people will watch it. And then maybe we can get some good people in YouTube. Instead of all these robots. Yeah, just ban anybody with a real human name. It sounds like a real name. So, let's see. What else do we have to talk about today? We'll turn that into a short. A real name. Oh no, a human name. Oh God, a human name in YouTube chat. Quick, ban them. You can't trust people with human names. What else is on the thing today? What's this? Oh, we did that. We did that. I don't want to do that. I don't know what's going to happen with this bill. So what is this? This is the Republican guy who pushed against Donald Trump about the this is a really weird title. Trump eats his own. Presidential appears to relish flaying Republican senators in public square amid Epstein pressure. But this isn't about Epstein. This is about the stock bill. There's a bill. Get the fuck off the screen, you piece of shit. I wanted to talk about the stock bill. Anyway, they might be passing a bill to limit who can and can't trade stocks. And if it goes through, everybody in the government will stop being able to trade stocks, but we're not entirely sure if it's going to work, if it's going to function properly. I don't know. And I'm going to keep an eye on that. I've long been a proponent for people not allowing people who were for senators and Republicans and senators and representatives not being able to trade stocks. I think they should stop doing that immediately when they become a public servant, and the president himself as well. But there's no way to. It should be illegal.
Insider trading bad.
Insider trading is bad, and you shouldn't be allowed to do it. The law should prevent insider trading. I would actually prefer anybody who becomes a federal senator or representative to not be allowed to trade stock at all. Well, I know that some of them like it. Some of them want it this way because they are going to make money on crypto. Maybe they'll stop trading stocks and they'll just trade crypto, which is the newest scam. But I want money separated from these people. If you're in a position of power, you're not allowed to be a capitalist. You can't do both. There are two powers. There are only two powers that exist within the society we have set up right now. People power, which is the government, and capital power. That's it. Those are the only two choices you have. If you want anything done, You have to choose one of those two powers. If you want to move a very heavy couch in your house, you have two options. Call your friends, ask them for help. They might tell you no. Or you can pay someone to do it. That's the capital power. So when you use your capital power, you can choose to use your power. God damn, dude, I can't fucking stream today. Connor Ripken, you did it. You made me not want to fucking stream anymore. You won. Congratulations. You get to keep being a piece of shit. I'm going to turn YouTube chat off tomorrow. Honestly, I'm just going to turn it off. It makes me not want to be here. It really does. Pieces of shit. You did it, Connor, and you feel good. I know you feel good because that's politics as well. See? You made me feel bad, and that made you feel good. All politics are based on feelings. Somebody's going to go on live. They'll put me on live stream fails, LSF or whatever thing, and when I yell at the robots for being pieces of shit. And then they'll laugh and they'll giggle and they'll have a good old time because that is a feeling. All politics are based on feelings. That all chatting is based on feelings. Everything that I put out is based on feelings. I feel motivated to tell you these things because when Valor and Shinsinto and any of it and Killer Mech respond in chat, it makes me feel good. But when the robots come in here and act like shitheads, it makes me feel bad. They know that, and so that's why they do it. Everything is based on feelings. And all human motivation is a feeling. I mean, you can't fill a cup with motivation, can you? No. Motivation is a human thought process. It is a feeling. So, that is the world and the reality that we live in. Are feelings real? Yes. They're real. You feel them. But are they quantifiable? Not quite. They're not quantifiable. You can't measure them. Don't these Russian bots have a nuclear family to melt down or worry about? Yeah, exactly. Nuclear facility to melt down. So, what was I getting at? What was I thinking about? Stocks. When you become a federal senator or representative, I think you should be forced by law.
These feelings been feeling pretty heavy lately.
I know, right? Very heavy feelings lately. It's very true. You should be forced by law to separate yourself from your investments. Get a banker, get an investor who's going to do it for you, and you don't touch it. Usually that's what the good ones do. Donald never did that during his first administration. He kept running his company, and people kept paying him. He kept making business decisions that would benefit him. But because he is immune to all the laws, apparently, because of that weird wish that he made in the 70s, I don't know how he got that wish, but he did. He got to just break the rules and break the laws. And the only people who can hold him responsible are wieners, like the Democrats, who also want to make a lot of money. And that is the problem. Money is poison to a society. And there's no other way around it. Capitalism has run amok. It needs to be controlled. It needs to be regulated by a government of the people, for the people, by the people. These two forces have to work in conjunction properly, like the old yin-yang symbol, the 69 symbol with the white and the black, and they spin around each other. You need both of them in balance properly. Government power, of the people, for the people, by the people, and the capitalism. If one gets too powerful, the other suffers, and everybody sucks, and the entire society crashes out and falls apart. If the government gets too powerful, you get the over-regulation. You get the Soviet blocks of, here's your bread ration, here's your TV ration, here's your skateboard ration, here's your shirt ration. The government has determined that you need 4 shirts this year, so here's the 4 shirts that the government gave you. I'm not calling for that. I'm not asking for that. I don't think that's a good idea. If the capitalism gets too far, too much capitalism is where we are right now. You can't make money unless you're lying. You can't get a job without forwarding some sort of right-wing talking point. If you say the wrong thing, they cancel you. If you say the thing that the Donnie doesn't like, you lose your funding, you lose your money. The NPR is being defunded because they said true things, and Donnie doesn't like true things. School teachers can't get paid because they're not pushing the narrative. If there was a school teacher, like I just talked about in Oklahoma, who's pushing the narrative, he's going to get paid. And it's all about the money. All the schools are built on a profit model where they get money. They give some of it to the students. They spend some of it on students. They spend some of it on teachers. And then the CEO of the school keeps the rest. It's the way it works for colleges, and I hate it. The CEO of the college makes the money. And some of that money goes back towards the students. Some of it goes towards educating them. But most of it goes into his pocket. That's the way hospitals are about to operate. Most of them already operate that way. The hospital has an owner, and they have a bottom line. And if you, being treated for your sickness, hurts their bottom line, they will abandon you. That's the way prisons work. For-profit prisons, for-profit hospitals, for-profit schools, for-profit government. For-profit everything. For-profit truth. For-profit reality. For-profit speech. The only reason you could and are allowed to say a thing is if it's turning a profit for somebody. And it makes me sad. And
for-profit relationships and partnerships.
Absolutely. Have you listened to any of those right-wing manosphere types? They apply economic principles to relationships and partnerships. They talk about the dating market,
UXD,
the marketplace, your sexual marketplace value, the value of the woman, the value of the man, the high value man and the low value woman, the marketplace of the stuff. They apply economics to what should be you liking a person based on your feelings. And
what do you bring to the relationship?
Mm-hmm.
Ahead. Myself, motherfucker.
How much do you bring to the relationship? How much are you providing for the woman? How much value is she providing for you? What is her body count that lowers her value as that number goes up? This is all horseshit and awful, and it is poisonous to your human brain. Don't do it. And don't fall into it. Don't let them create this type of marketplace for you. Don't do that. This is all economic thinking. Capitalism has run amok in our country. Capitalism now drives literally every single thing, including your relationship with your wife, with every member of the
Meanwhile, the tech brothers are selling
sex.
AI girlfriends.
They're selling AI girlfriends. Who's the most valuable AI girlfriend? If I had to pick one, which one gives me the most bang, kickity, for my buck? They're all going to fight to sell you the best AI girlfriend. And if one of them costs $60 and one of them costs $30, that now becomes a decision that you have to make monetarily. Do I want to pay $60 for the jiggle physics? Or do I want to pay $30 for bargain basement AI cat girls? Capitalism is running amok.
I hate that TDS chooses to pronounce BROS as brothers.
It recognizes what
Just
that word is.
venting a Lil Master 2002 shark laugh.
That's okay. I appreciate that. It does I think if I do in a minute, it actually pronounces minute instead of min.
In a min.
Oh no! A few min. What about a few mins?
A few mints.
I don't know. Okay, but you said hashtag or Octothorpe, and then type robot speak. Okay, so yeah.
Brothers.
If you don't want to interrupt the current rant I'm on, you can put a hashtag in front of it. But I know that you guys enjoy interrupting me. It's half the point. I like it too. It's fun. But we found that out today. See, we're getting better every day. If you want to say something, but you don't want to interrupt with the interrupting robot, you can put a hashtag in front of it, and it won't speak it. Interesting. I did not know that, but now I do. Now we found out. It silences the robot. So yeah, I had a pretty good time today. I know the robot's all over the place, and the bots were pretty heavy in YouTube chat today, but that's okay. I'm going to let you guys on a secret. It's a little secret. You're like a mad scientist. It's true, Valor. You are a mad scientist. I'm going to tell you a secret. If the robots are in my YouTube chat, it gives me YouTube numbers. The YouTube algorithm likes it when people chat. They like it when people get banned. They like it when the numbers go up.
Hell yeah.
My latest video, and I think it's because my latest video did kind of pop off. I've been getting some good videos over on YouTube. Now you feel like a ninja. Exactly. My YouTube video. Let's look. Let me go to my YouTube page, which you can get to. You can arrive at as well. If you go right there.
YouTube.
If you go there, you can also watch all of these streams pared down into smaller little bits. But let me look at my numbers. I don't usually talk about my numbers. What are my numbers? Yeah, I got that video about Obama, and it has 189 views. Oh my Jesus. 192. It's still going up. That's a lot of views. And then the Hunter Biden video got 193 views, which is good, which is above average. But the Jubilee video, you guys were here for the live stream when I looked at that fascist on Jubilee, that got 544 views. Very nice, very fun. And then I think they're all double digits. And the Trump video from June the 30th got 1,200 views. So that's very exciting, and 7 subs. So that's very fun. So those are the numbers, and all of these chats in here. Yeah, the Jubilee got passed around a lot. Giggity. So that's a fun thing. So and then this live stream will have a bunch more views because of those robots. Those robots gave me 31 views for today's live stream, which is above average. The algo loves the decisive and pointless it is. Yeah. The algorithm loves hatred. It really does. And if the robots are in here hating me, and I'm hating the robots, and they're banning them, and then any of it is banning them, it makes the numbers go up, and then the algorithm likes me. There's things happening. It's not just Waldo speaking to into a microphone to no one. So that bumps me up in the algorithm. This is only a good thing, and that's the way I'm going to take it. Are they annoying when they happen? Yes. Do they distract me? Yes. But they're a good sign. They're a very good sign. And the more people hear what you are saying in chat and what I'm saying into the microphone, the better this world will be. And I'm not even kidding about that. Any of it, Valor, Shinsinto, Killer Mac, KBP, all of the people who are chatting in here are making the world a very slightly better place. And that will be even the slight bit of improvement that you're making will increase as more people watch. So I welcome the bots, and I just need them to shut up every now and then and not say crazy things in the chat. With that good news, that happy, I guess that's a positive note, I will end today's stream. It is 12 o'clock. I have to go eat lunch, and I can only be so cool for so long. I have to spend the next few days being severely uncool so that I can come back on Wednesday and be cool. It's a balance kind of a thing. So I'm going to spend the next couple of days being uncool. I appreciate you, and I love you, and I thank you for being here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hopping into chat. Thanks for banning the robots when they need to be banned. So that's good too. I will be back. What am I going to do?
It's the cool down.
Yeah, it's the cool down. It's absolutely correct. I have to go through a cool down before I'm allowed to be cool again. What I'm probably going to turn one of these sections, as long as it hasn't got too much horseshit in the chat and obscenities, into a YouTube video, and then I'll put that on YouTube. And I'll probably you know what, Sydney Sweeney. I'll put out the Sydney Sweeney video on Monday. That way, I get to put some titties on the thumbnail, and then people will click it, and then I get to make fun of them for clicking on it and call them names. And then I'll publish that short tomorrow. It'll be a good time. And then I'll be back on Wednesday for another live stream, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. West Coast, Best Coast time. Then I will be back on Wednesday, unless the Gestapo kicks in my door and drags me off to the gulag for all the crimes that I committed today, for all the word crimes that I committed today. If the word crimes I committed today are actually crimes and Pam Bondi, the Nazi, wants to put me into a gulag, she will. I can't stop her. The Gestapo will show up and kick in my door and drag me off to the gulag. And if that happens, I will let you know. KBP will come to my house and do this live stream from this spot. KBP, do you want to make that agreement with me? If the Gestapo drags me off to the gulag, you will come here and tell the people that I got dragged off. They might confiscate my computer, but you can do it from a phone or something like that. So we'll make those arrangements and stuff like that. So it'll be a good time. All right, that's it for me today. Thank you for being here. I love you. Goodbye. I will see you.